Hello and welcome everybody to today's Health Talk Series 5 on how to manage PCOS and PCOD. Today, this is the fifth talk in our series of Health Talk, and next week's Saturday, same time, we will be discussing about diabetes on our Health Talk Series 6. So let's talk about Series 5, PCOS and PCOD management. I'll be, as usual, sharing a screen, a small PowerPoint presentation I will share, and we'll go through it as we move ahead in the talk. And after the presentation is over, I would like to take all your questions. So put forward all your questions either in the chat box, or you can raise hand, or you can one by one unmute yourself and ask questions. And once your question has been answered, please mute yourself. PCOS or PCOD, what is it? PCOS is the abbreviation or the short form of polycystic ovarian syndrome. It is one of the most common endocrine disorder which is found in women. According to National Institute of Health criteria, this condition of PCOS affects between 6 to 10% of women globally, worldwide. So if you are suffering with it, don't think you are the only one. Yes, it is difficult, but it is a reality. And also we need to understand, you are not the only one suffering with it. There are many like you. All what you need to do is reach out for help and make yourself aware about what are the complications of PCOS and how to manage it. I have shared a picture of a very popular in today's days heroine, Sara Ali Khan. Yes, she is glamorous, she is slim, she is fine. Yes, she is also a patient of PCOS. And I have shared a before and after picture of her. You can see how she was and how she was able to manage after losing 30 plus kilos. Yes, it is doable. I need to share with you, I really wanted you to know about how many Indian women globally are suffering with PCOS. 36% of women in India are suffering from PCOS. So that's really a big number. Almost 1/3 of female population is suffering from PCOS. Roughly 1 in every 15 women globally is suffering. And out of that, if we say 1/3 of Indian population of women is suffering from PCOS. Now, out of this PCOS population, 50% of the women are suffering with infertility issues. Either they are able to conceive, but there are frequent miscarriages. And even if sometimes child dies or pass out because the child is hardly able to survive. So most of the time there are a lot of problems in fertility. Now, we will move ahead with it. So what is actually PCOS and PCOD is? It is basically a hormonal disorder, a condition where a woman has a hormonal imbalance. What happens in this? What sort of imbalance when we talk about? Basically, a female body in ovary produces eggs. Instead of this release, which these eggs after ovulation are supposed to release during your menstrual cycle. But unfortunately, because of your imbalance in the hormones, these are unable to fertilize, mature properly. And instead of getting released, these eggs forms a sac inside the ovary and converts into cyst. This is when we start calling it as polycystic ovaries. So what are the complications we have? Women have menstrual period irregularity. Sometimes the periods become irregular, infrequent, and sometimes there may be no periods at all as well. Difficulty to conceive. And even if your PCOS can be triggered to next level, you can see insulin resistivity followed by type 2 diabetes, acne, excessive hair growth, even skin discoloration like dark patches in certain areas of your skin is visible. So these are all effects or complications of PCOS. What is the reason? Exact reason or cause is not known so far. But we know both condition, whether it is PCOS or PCOD, both are hormonal imbalances, and the genetics play a very strong role, which means if there is any person in your family, like your mom, your aunt or your grandmom, if they are having PCOD or PCOS, yes, you have high chances of getting PCOS or OD in some point of your lifetime. You may suffer with PCOS or PCOD. So that's the genetical role. Now, I have shared a picture here. If you can see clearly, the left side of the picture is showing your normal ovary. If you see the follicles, it is converting into primary, then secondary follicle, and then mature follicle. And then during ovulation, the eggs are going out, and then the normal corpus luteum, and then normal cycle follows. This is a normal cycle of maturing of an egg in a normal ovary. But wherein, if you see on the right side, this is a polycystic ovary, wherein if you see all the follicular stages are given. Just after the third step, there is a development stage towards fourth, wherein the maturation should take place, which is not happening, which means the eggs are not mature. जो अंडे हमारे ओवरी में बनते हैं वो पूरी तरह से मैच्योर नहीं होते हैं. मैच्योर होने की जगह वो उसी फॉलिकल में रह जाते हैं और धीरे धीरे एक सिस्ट फॉर्म करते हैं. इफ यू सी ये जो ब्राउन गोल सर्कल, द राउंड सर्कुलर things are, these are the cyst formation. Instead of maturing into eggs and going out, these are converted into cyst and these are confined in the ovaries. This is what happens in our ovaries when we call it as polycystic ovary. Now, the ovaries produce, क्यों होता है ये? This imbalance is what? The ovaries produce high level of androgens. Androgen are the male hormones. So to fertilize the egg, to mature the egg, along with the female hormone, some bit of androgen, which is a male hormone, is also needed. But जब ये androgen की मात्रा, the amount of androgen goes more than what is normal needed, this is when the egg is not able to mature. And instead of maturing, it converts into cyst and it is confined in the sacs within the ovary. So this androgen, excess amount of androgen than normal, it interferes with our egg development and in the release process of the eggs. Some of the eggs develops into cysts, which are little sac filled with liquid. वो छोटे छोटे जो circular part मैंने दिखाया, if you see here, these small parts, these are the sacs यहाँ पे confined हो गए. Where in normal process, after this maturation, the egg should have gone out from the sacs. If you see on the left side, it is going out, but on the right side, they are not going out. Rather, they are confined in the sac and the liquid is trapped. So instead of releasing during ovulation, this cysts build up in the ovaries and then they may get even enlarged. The size of the cyst can grow. WHO says PCOS affects 116 million women worldwide. That's not a small number. PCOS affects approximately 10% women in the reproductive age group, which can start from 13 till you're 55 of age. So this is a general female reproductive organ I have shown here. On the left side, see the picture I am scrolling here is a normal ovary. And on the right side, it is the ovary which is with cyst. You can see the small circular balls. This is how your cystic ovary looks like with cyst. And this is a cross section wherein this ovulation cycle, which I have just shown you before, is shown. And on the right side, how it has been trapped. Eggs are not maturing and they are not released during ovulation and they are just trapped. This is what is shown in the right side. This happens with the PCOS. So अगर ध्यान दीजिए, left में हमारी normal ovary है और राइट में हमारी ये पॉलीसिस्टिक ओवरी है जिसमें कि ये सिस्ट हो जा रहे हैं. जो एग्स, जो अंडे हमारे बनते हैं, जो मैच्योर होकर ओव्यूलेशन के टाइम में निकल जाने चाहिए, वो निकल नहीं पाते क्योंकि एग्स पूरी तरह से मैच्योर नहीं होते. दाहिनी साइड में देखिए कोई ओव्यूलेशन नहीं है, बल्कि ये एग्स ट्रैप हो जा रहे हैं और ट्रैप होकर ये सिस्ट में फॉर्म कर जाते हैं. I would suggest you to please mute all of you. Okay. So these follicles, ये जो follicles जिसमें trap हो रहे हैं, ये क्या है? These are sacs within the ovaries. ये ovary के अंदर ही छोटे-छोटे pockets जैसे बने होते हैं, जिसका काम है eggs को contain करना. So the basic objective of these follicles are to contain eggs. Now this egg should within the period, जो प्रोसेस ऑफ ओव्यूलेशन है उसमें ये एग्स को ग्रो करना होता है, मैच्योर होना होता है और उसके बाद रिलीज कर जाता है सैक से. प्रॉब्लम तब होती है जब हमारा हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस होता है और ये एग्स मैच्योर पूरी तरह नहीं हो पाते, सो दैट ये रिलीज ही नहीं हो पाते और इसके वजह से क्या करते हैं, ये हमारे ओवरी के अंदर ही रह जाते हैं और इंस्टेड ऑफ मैच्योरेशन ये सिस्ट में फॉर्म करते हैं. नॉर्मली one or more eggs are released during each menstrual cycle. This is a normal process of ovulation. कि हमारे मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल में ये जो एक या दो एग फॉर्म होते हैं, हमारे मैच्योर होते हैं हमारे सिस्टम में, ओवरी में, ये रिलीज करते हैं जिसको ओव्यूलेशन बोलते हैं. बट जब ये नहीं कर पाता तब सिस्ट फॉर्म होता है. So in PCOS, the eggs in these follicles do not mature and are not released from the ovaries. Instead, हो क्या रहा है? They can form very small cyst in the ovary and hence we call it polycystic ovaries. पीसीओडी जैसे मैंने बोला कि ये फैमिली में रन होती है, ये जेनेटिकल भी होता है. अगर और एक वुमेन को पीसीओडीज होगा या पीसीओएस होगा, इसके हाई चांसेस तब और बढ़ जाते हैं जबकि अगर कोई भी आपका फैमिली मेंबर जो बायोलॉजिकल रिलेटेड फैमिली लाइक मासी, मम्मी, बुआ, सिस्टर, दादी, किसी को अगर फैमिली में है तो आपको भी होने के चांसेस हाई हो जाते हैं. और पीसीओएस होने से पीरियड इरेगुलर होते हैं, कंसीव करने के चांसेस कम होते हैं, उसमें प्रॉब्लम होती है, डायबिटीज टाइप 2 सेट इन हो सकती है, कार्डियोवास्कुलर डिजीज भी हो सकती है. इसके अलावा और सिम्टम्स क्या क्या है, कैसे समझ में आएगा? कई बार समझ नहीं आता, पीरियड्स जरूरी नहीं हर वक्त इरेगुलर हो, तो समझ कैसे आएगी हमें पीसीओएस या पीसीओडी है कि नहीं? फर्स्ट साइन इज एक्ने. यस, फेशियल एक्ने, बैक में भी एक्ने होते हैं, हाथ पे भी किसी के होते हैं, स्किन पे ओवरऑल एक्नेज होने लगते हैं. वेट गेन, यस, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम इट इज सीन. वेट गेन, अब्रप्ट वेट गेन होने लगता है, बहुत शॉर्ट स्पैन में काफी हद तक वजन बढ़ जाता है और सिर्फ वजन बढ़ता ही नहीं, वजन घटाने में भी बहुत मुश्किल होती है. यस, इट बिकम्स ट्रबलसम टू लूज वेट. प्लस extra unwanted facial hair is noticed, which we call hirsutism, wherein like men, female face पे या female body पे like chest, belly, back, इन पे hairs दिखने लगते हैं, which is normally with men. Even at times men kind of beards are also seen on the female face. So these are unwanted hair growth which often takes place in female body because of extra androgen or because of PCOS. Certain dark patches on the skin is also visible, ideally on the neck, under the armpit, or at the back of your back. It is visible. These are called discoloration. Dark patches are on the skin is visible. These are all signs of PCOS. Your hair quality becomes thin. You can see scalp visible because your hair becomes thin. Frequent hair loss and very, very fine hairs are visible on your head. Irregular periods, as I have already said, yes, irregular period is common. Often women with PCOS have fewer than 9 periods a year. Some women have no periods, others may have with very heavy bleeding. Fertility is a problem. At times, miscarriages are become very common. And because of all this complication, depression becomes a common issue. Sometimes the young girls lose their self-esteem, so poor self-esteem is common. Bullying in school becomes a common issue. Sometimes it has become so extreme that suicidal tendencies can be common. So see this picture I am sharing, which can show you what are all the symptoms. Facial hair on lips, chin or neck area, hair on the chest, acne on the face, hair on the back, your overall head, the hair quality becomes thin. Ovarian cysts, abdomen, you can see abdominal hair, excess abdominal size, disproportionately your abdomen will grow. Excess weight around the waist area, dark or discolored skin, whether it is under your thighs, under your armpit or under your neck. Periods are missing. These are all signs of PCOD. So if you see, try not ignoring. I'm sharing picture how bad it can be. See the hair loss, the thinning scalp is almost clearly visible. Weight, abrupt weight gain. Facial acne which can be severe. Hair growth, unwanted hair growth on the face like beard. Infertility, menstruation issues, unable to conceive properly. These are very common issues associated with PCOS. So let me just mute all. What are the tests? How will we confirm that yes, the child or the lady is suffering with PCOS or PCOD? What are the tests needed to be done? Blood glucose test is the first, like the test we go for the blood sugar, diabetes. Thyroid hormone tests. Ultrasound can also be done for abdomen and pelvis. Sometimes serum androgens, LH, which is luteinizing hormone, and other female hormone or proper hormonal profile for the women may also be suggested to get sure that yes, she is suffering with either PCOS or PCOD. There is currently no ideal medical therapy. Remember, this is very critical. No ideal medical therapy is currently available for women with PCOS that can fully reverse the underlying hormonal disturbances and can treat all its clinical features. So proper treatment अभी available नहीं है. कोई भी ऐसा medical therapy नहीं है जिससे कि हम PCOS के कारण जो भी hormonal disbalance है उसको reverse कर सके या treat कर सके. क्या करते हैं इसकी जगह पे ओरल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल्स दी जाती है विच यस दैट हैज शोन इम्प्रूवमेंट इन हाइपर एंड्रोजेनिज्म जो मेल हार्मोन एंड्रोजेंस जो बढ़ जाते हैं उसको कंट्रोल करने में सहायक होती है दैट हेल्प्स दिस ओरल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल्स हेल्प्स इम्प्रूविंग दिस डिसबैलेंस एंड ऑल्सो because of PCOS your insulin resistivity is shown wherein your insulin is not working as per it should normally it should be working which may result in diabetes. So uske liye bhi OCP helps improving the sensitivity of your insulin hormone. Primarily it is given in the form of metformin. Metformin will help you reduce your insulin resistance in PCOD and PCOS. And also medical therapy is targeted only to symptoms. Remember, it should not be used as an alternative to lifestyle therapy in PCOS. So मेडिकल थेरेपी सिर्फ सिम्टम्स के हिसाब से उनको ट्रीट करने के लिए करते हैं बट उसके लिए लाइफस्टाइल थेरेपी नहीं है फॉर पीसीओएस ट्रीटमेंट के लिए. Your lifestyle change, your natural food habit, exercise we will discuss today which will help you actually controlling the symptoms. So even what is the treatment available then? A weight loss of 5% of your existing weight can actually help you improve your hormonal balance. And this will not only improve your hormonal balance, but it will also help improving with your fertility condition. Losing weight, yes, it can be challenging and difficult, but it has shown help with reducing your diabetes parameter like your insulin sensitivity will be improved, your blood pressure can be improved, and your cholesterol levels can also be balanced. And not only this will help restoration in your fertility, which means you will be able to conceive naturally later on. Just try to lose weight. It is difficult, but not impossible. There are certain other things which as a child, as a young girl may need as support. Raise your child's confidence. Yes, children, they lose their confidence. Their self-esteem can go low. So we need to help them to push up, to boost up their self-esteem continuously. You need to boost, you need to support and let them know that yes, you are there with her. She may have extra weight, extra hair over her body and sometimes beard too. No worries. As parents, we are always there along with them. This feeling should be always boosted with to the children. Yes, lifestyle modification and insulin sensitizing are the backbone of treatment, yes. So insulin has to be controlled. It has to be more sensitive so that it is working properly. Your lifestyle needs to be modified, especially towards correcting your metabolism. If your metabolism is boosted strong, yes, you will start seeing weight loss. If you have PCOS or PCOD, it is time to take action today. Remember today, do not delay. Not something which we can or your child can afford to delay because later complications can be more. So how we identify what are the complications once we see, how do we understand whether the child is overweight or not? First is obesity is seen with more than 50% of the women with PCOD. So for PCOD, if you see the parameters of your BMI has been changed. 22.5, if the BMI is more than 22.5, it is considered as overweight. Obesity grade levels is if your BMI is 27.5 or more, it is considered as overweight or obesity. Severe obesity if your BMI is more than 32.5. And morbid obesity, which is like a extreme condition wherein your BMI is more than 37.5. Now remember, patients with BMI 27.5 or more are the ones who faces more problems in fertility. So अगर आपकी BMI 27.5 से ज़्यादा है, ये वो पेशेंट कैटेगरी में आते हैं जिनको कंसीव करने में बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है और या ज़्यादा वक्त लगता है. So ध्यान रखें कि वेट लॉस एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट है टुवर्ड्स इंप्रूविंग योर फर्टिलिटी, स्पेशली विथ if you're suffering with PCOS या PCOD. Now एक चीज और ध्यान रखिए कि एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड वेट लॉस प्रोग्राम ही फॉलो करें, क्रैश डाइट नहीं. लूजिंग ड्रास्टिकली is also not suggested because वो sustainable नहीं होता. किसी क्रैश डाइट पे मत जाइए क्योंकि उससे साइड इफेक्ट होंगे आपके शरीर में. ऑलरेडी योर बॉडी सफरिंग विद हार्मोनल imbalance, your body cannot afford to have furthermore complications. So always try to follow a structured weight loss program only. PCOS के हम वेट लॉस की जब बात करते हैं, स्ट्रक्चर्ड फॉलो क्या करते हैं, बहुत आसान है. एक पिरामिडिकल अप्रोच दीजिए. पिरामिड अगर आप गौर से देखिए, सबसे नीचे पिरामिड का हिस्सा जितना होता है चौड़ा होता है. मींस these are the food you can eat in abundant. जैसे जैसे पिरामिड नीचे से ऊपर जाता है, जो फूड आप देख रहे हो उनकी मात्रा कम होती जाती है. रिड्यूस द फूड frequency or the quantity as you go up in the pyramid. So the lowest bottom of the pyramid here you can see green color which says 5 to 7 servings a day. Vegetables, salads and fruits and vegetables आप बहुत सारे खा सकते हैं, इसलिए कोई क्वांटिटी चेकअप नहीं है. 5 से 7 सर्विंग. यस, रिमेंबर 1 सर्विंग साइज की बात करेंगे हम. व्हाट इज 1 सर्विंग साइज? 1 सर्विंग साइज इज लाइक द साइज ऑफ अ टेनिस बॉल, लाइक अ मीडियम एप्पल और a medium guava, or 1 bowl, a small bowl which is around approximately 150 ml capacity is your 1 serving size. So 1 serving of fruit could be 1 apple or 1 orange. So ensure that 5 to 7 serving you can easily have. Then on top of this, next layer, little lesser than this, is the cereals, breads or roots and tuber vegetables, pastas, rice. Now this can be 3 to 5 serving maximum, depending on how much weight loss you are advised on. Then on top is your dairy, which is milk, yogurt and cheese. It can be 3 servings. Meat, उसके बाद है meat, the animal protein and the hardcore protein like the meat, poultry, fish, eggs, beans and nuts. So these are again 2 servings a day, which can easily be your either lunch and dinner or breakfast and dinner or lunch and breakfast, whichever meal you feel is comfortable for you. And then on top, now the pyramid is becoming very narrow. If you see, the fats, oils, ghee, butter comes in this category. And on top, which is very, very sparse, which is very rare, occasional, ध्यान रहे, ये red zone है, which is danger zone. It cannot be a daily treat. It is only occasional, which is your salty, sugary or fatty food or drinks or chips or colas or soda. This can be only occasional, and occasion cannot be more than once in a week or once in 15 days. Trust, be honest, it has to be really occasional. So how we can do weight loss? It is basically by lifestyle modification and adapting to proper dietary habit. दूसरा तरीका क्या है? बेरियाट्रिक सर्जरी. अगर आपकी BMI इतनी बढ़ गई है कि कंट्रोल के बाहर है, मॉर्बिडिटी जोन में है, बेरियाट्रिक सर्जरी सजेस्टेड. बट यस, अगर आप बेरियाट्रिक सर्जरी करवा भी लोगे, then also you need to adapt to some lifestyle modification, some dietary behavior. So why not adapt it now? Give your 100% now so that we don't need any surgery. My advice is always to go for natural means. Try to lose weight by natural means. Just need some bit of discipline. So what is needed? Eat small meals at regular intervals. Do not fast for prolonged time. Eat fruits, vegetables, beans, whole grains, fish, nuts, seeds in plenty. Limit your salt or sugar intake. Avoid saturated fatty acids. Saturated fatty acids बहुत ही कम मात्रा में चाहिए, इसलिए उनको अवॉइड कीजिए. Limit your regular carbohydrate intake. Yes, whole grains are needed, but not as pure carbohydrate के excess source नहीं चाहिए. बहुत ही limited amount में खाना है carbohydrate को. Try to have early dinner. Yes, our metabolism goes very sluggish during the night. Try to have meal early. Try, if you can, Do 7 to 7:30 latest by night. You should be finishing up your dinner with, and ensure that you pop in nothing after 7:30. These are little stricter regime, but yes, these are helpful. This has shown very good results. Now, with PCOD, what are the further complications? We need to understand why the stricter regime has been suggested. Because PCOD or PCOS comes with increased risk of endometrial cancer, also infertility. Early treatment of polycystic ovary disease can help prevent infertility. And also it can help you improve chances of having healthy pregnancy and a very healthy baby in later life. But yes, you have to maintain a very, very disciplined lifestyle. Remember, obesity, wherein we talk about BMI over than 30 and waist circumferences greater than 35, is a condition which can trigger high blood pressure, heart problems like cardiovascular disease, and also diabetes. And also, because of this condition, there are high chances of increased risk of breast cancer. So better to avoid this. These are being told to you not to scare, but for you, I want you to understand what are the complications further lying ahead if we don't control ourselves now. Don't give up. Don't get afraid. There are a lot of successful stories. You just need patience, discipline, and right support mechanism. And also don't forget, mental strength is the key. We can do. Always keep a positive hope and work towards it. Thank you so much for listening today. Now I am ready to take all your questions. We'll look at the chat box. Feel free to put all your questions. How to control insulin resistance? Bella has asked. So Bella, as I have suggested, if you see your BMI is more than the normal BMI, you must treat. Okay, first thing, if anybody is having insulin resistance or having PCOS or PCOD, think yourself that as if you are having diabetes. Although yes, you are not having diabetes, may not be having diabetes at this moment, but treat yourself as if you are a diabetes type 2 patient. So your diet should be as diabetes diet. Your diet should be 0 in sugar, high in fiber, adequate amount of protein, whole grains, avoid sodas, avoid processed or refined flours, and try to ensure you do exercise regularly. Yes, exercise is very important for diabetes management, for PCOS or PCOD management. In fact, I would like to say one more pointer here that exercise, make it a friend, make it your friend regularly. Ensure you are doing every day cardiovascular exercise for 30 to 45 minutes and followed by 2 to 3 days of strength and resistance training. Pilates or yoga are also very beneficial in managing PCOD condition, but ensure that you are working out regularly. So Bella, I have answered, eat your food like a diabetic diet, maintain regular exercise regime, and try to catch up on sound sleep. That will help relieving your stress levels, and that will also help your body to recover fast. Okay. Next question. Sapna has asked, is it okay to have milk and dairy products in PCOS? So milk is good, provided it is hormone free. If you get an access to hormone free milk, yes, it is good. Otherwise, I would suggest switch to yogurt, which is curd या दही. घर का बना हुआ दही या छाछ या बटर मिल्क लीजिए, वो हेल्दी है, गट फ्रेंडली फूड है, प्रोटीन और कैल्शियम दोनों मिलते हैं. स्पेशली फॉर वेजिटेरियंस ये बहुत जरूरी है, तो उसे ना मत कहिए. A question by Niti. Niti has asked, can underweight people have PCOD? Yes, it is also possible. I said 50% or more females with PCOD has been diagnosed to have overweight, but not 100%. PCOD is also seen with females who are underweight or normal weight category. Does not mean if they are not having weight now, they will not put on later on in their life. That is also very high chances. They can also go insulin resistance. They can also see irregular periods. So treat the body with healthy lifestyle by addition of healthy diet daily, and ensure the person is doing regular exercise on a disciplined manner, because exercise is the key along with a healthy diet. You cannot say that I will eat one day healthy and 2 days unhealthy. That will not work. It has to be a daily design. Prabhaji has asked, my periods are in 20-25 days. Is it okay? Yes, Prabhaji, that's a normal cycle of period. 20 to 28 days cycle is very, very normal. Sunita has asked, is intermittent fasting good for PCOD? Sunita, I don't know what grade of PCOD you are seeing, but ideally, intermittent fasting, there is no harm provided it is done properly. Intermittent fasting for females is ideally suggested for maximum of 14 hours of fasting and 10 hours of eating bracket. You can either start with 12 hours or 14 hours, but keep observing that you are comfortable with it. No side effect in terms of acidity, indigestion, or any other complications. If you feel, please immediately stop it. Fatima has asked, how is PCOD related with pregnancy? Fatima, in PCOD, as you see, as I have explained, that eggs are not matured properly. So if your eggs are not matured, how will it help you to get pregnant? We need eggs to mature fully. So that is the major problem. Instead of getting matured properly, these eggs are confined in the sacs and they are converting into cyst. So this creates a complication with pregnancy. Vandana has asked, I have PCOD and I take medicine to have periods in 2 months. So as I have suggested, Vandana, there is no proper medication. It is just oral contraceptive pills to regularize your periods. These are okay. This can be temporary solutions, but don't try to make them a lifestyle change in terms of having pills and getting your periods regularly. I will still insist, check your BMI. If you think you are on the higher side of scale, please try to lose weight. Those who are on the right frame of weight zone, please ensure you still do regular exercise, not to lose weight, but to maintain healthy hormonal balance. Your hormone balance improves when we do regular exercise. Please don't ignore the importance of exercise with PCOD, and even a normal condition of health also, we need regular exercises. But in PCOD or PCOS, it is needed even more. Manika has asked, my periods are not regular. I'm trying to conceive. What should I do? See, Manika, as I said, please check your BMI. If you think your BMI is more than 22.5, or if it is more than 23, you really need to shed some weight in a healthy manner. Try to adapt to some healthy weight loss program, or speak to a dietitian or nutritionist so that she can devise a program for you in a healthier manner so that you see gradual weight loss and you should be able to conceive soon. But it needs patience and time. It's not a quick fix solution. As I said, these are lifestyle changes naturally with food and exercise, wherein unlike medicine works immediately. So lifestyle changes are permanent. You try to ensure that you are doing in a disciplined manner regularly. Another question, how can I help my daughter who is having PCOD? Doctor is giving medicine. As I have suggested the same solution, you need to check if your daughter is falling under underweight category or overweight category. If she is underweight or normal, you need not to bother about weight loss. If she is overweight, yes, she definitely need to lose weight. And if she is underweight, definitely need to put on some weight so that her weight is in a healthy zone. And she must regularize her exercise so that her periods becomes normal, and ensure her diet is healthy. If needed, you can consult a nutritionist or dietitian to check her diet is correct or not. Someone has asked, daughter is 14 years, gets lots of periodic pain, takes painkiller. Periods happen even after 6 to 7 days. So I would check, and I would like to ask you that check with the doctor first, get the test done whether she is having PCOD or PCOS. If yes, then yes, you know why she is having this periodic problem or pain. Sometimes without PCOS also this periodic pain can be severe. But you have said periods appear even after 6 to 7 days. Not necessary, it can be.
Hi Minu, this is Nita. I asked about this question. Actually, the periods doesn't happen after 6 to 7 days. It lasts for 6 to 7 days, and every month she is getting periods. But it's very painful for 5, 6 days.
Yeah,
So
Nita, so this is quite possible. This could be because of PCOS, and this may not be because of PCOS. This is possible that her bleeding is more, could be reason of some fibroids, could be possible, could be endometrium issues. There could be various reasons. Just I would suggest go and get a gynae checkup done for your daughter so that
we have done it,
yeah.
and doctors are saying that it's normal, means it's normal for girls to have periods, but the pain is really bad. Every month she has to take painkillers, then only it's
So
better.
ensure that you can do two things. Once you know that it is the periodic time, say a week before that, you can start giving her B complex supplement, which contains B6, which is pyridoxine. And this will help reducing her periodic pain, and there is no side effect of it as such. It will rather help you. Is just a supplement of B group vitamin. So ensure she starts taking at least 7 to 8 days before her periods and continue till say 2 3 days after her periods are over. Which means
So
how
B12 you are saying?
B group
B12.
complex.
Uh,
Not only 12, it should have B6, which is pyridoxine. So ideally,
okay.
she should have a B complex capsule which contains B6 or pyridoxine, because sometimes it says pyridoxine, sometimes it says B6. So you
So
can
anything you can suggest? Any name in Singapore?
any brand you can just choose. There are over the counter various varieties available. These are just B group vitamins, no harm in having it. These are all water soluble vitamins.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay.
And also she can try having a iron supplement during this, because if her periods are heavy because of iron deficiency, also she may feel uneasiness. So she can also try having iron supplements during this period.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Fatima, you have also asked that how can PCOD be treated and how can we keep an eye that PCOD is improving as it cannot be cured. Fatima, now you can unmute yourself. Okay. Fatima, you have asked how it can be treated or can be checked how PCOD is improving or not. See, if you see your weight is more, first you need to lose weight, bring down it to a normal BMI zone of less than 22.7. Second, you can, once you lose weight, you can see your periods are regular. The sign and symptom which I have suggested, they will diminish gradually, they will reduce. So that is a sign, yes, PCOD is improving, your hormonal balance is improving. And you can start seeing that your periods are becoming regular, and this can also help you to conceive naturally. Amrita has asked, is walking okay instead of exercise? There is no instead. Walking is a cardiovascular exercise that is needed. Along with it, we need more vigorous exercise too, which are high intensity exercise we can do. We can do some weight bearing or strength bearing exercise or resistance training. We can do Pilates or yoga too. It's a combination which is needed. Not one thing will help you, because exercise intensity need to be increased. Certain yoga poses also helps improving the PCOS conditions. Anubha has asked, no fertility problem, but after 2 kids, PCOD increased and now BMI is around 45. How to control? It is a straight cause of weight gain, abrupt weight gain. Anubha, you need to lose weight. I would suggest 45 BMI is highly dangerous. Try not to just waste time doing this and that. You definitely need a dietary consultant. You can seek help, go on personal consultation with a nutritionist or a proper clinical dietitian, so that she can help you around with you understanding your condition and suggest a proper dietary program for you, so that you should be able to lose weight gradually over a period of time. And this is mandatory. 45 BMI is scary. Please don't just ignore it. With increased PCOD, there will be high chances of getting diabetes type 2 or heart disease. So try not to ignore it at all. Sunita has asked, not had periods for 2 months, is it scary now? Yes, it is a matter of concern. Don't ignore. If you know that you are a patient of PCOD or PCOS, please don't ignore. It is an immediate thing to be taken care of. Please take charge, please consult, get the test done if you don't know. And if you know that this is the condition, check your lifestyle. Are you a one who is regularly exercising? If not, please start doing it. Are you one who is healthy eater? If not, please check it. If needed, go and seek a dietary advice which can help you change your lifestyle as a normal lifestyle become a healthy lifestyle. This is what we need. Not eating few days good and 3 days wrong, that is not going to help you. Try adapt to a healthy lifestyle overall. Someone has asked, PCOD always in stage cycle have 33-35 days, but now I am 40 and cycle is almost 20 to 28 to 30 days. Is it a natural progression? Yes, possibly, because your lifestyle you must have been able to change certain good adaptation in your lifestyle. Possible. This can also be a normal progression in your natural improvement of your cystic condition. So yes, it is of course a good sign. Raki has asked, is it possible to have PCOD if the blood test doesn't show it clearly but have some visible symptoms? See, when there is no cyst visible by the test, it is not only blood test will show your hormonal levels. Ultrasound will show whether the cysts are visible or not. Sometimes cysts may not be visible, which is the case of PCOS, wherein cysts are not visible, but 2 or 3 sign or symptom which I have discussed today, if they are visible, yes, it is a case of PCOS. Your body will behave as a PCOS only. So you have to treat it accordingly. There is another lady has asked, ma'am, I get periods after 2 months minimum. Is there anything you suggest? So many suggestions. Please go through it. Check your weight. If your weight is on the higher side, lose weight. If it is on the normal side, it's okay. Try to do regular exercise. Try to check your food, what you are eating. If you still don't understand, I will suggest consult a dietitian so that she can analyze your diet and your regime, and she can fix it a proper dietary pattern for you, which will help you improve your overall lifestyle and PCOS condition. But these takes time. These are time taking. Bella has asked, post-menopause, you cannot have PCOD. Most of the time, yes, Bella, it is seen, yes, cyst dries down after menopause because the egg formation stops. So PCOD is not a problem after menopause, but yet hormonal imbalance can still persist. So try to be aware of that. What about curd made at home from milk, which is not hormone-free? It's fine. Curd is a fermented form of milk. It has its own property. It is an excellent source of probiotic. It is a natural gut healer. So try not to avoid that, especially if you're vegetarian. Please go ahead with curd. Don't stop it. If and in case if you're not lactose intolerant and your body can tolerate curd easily, please go ahead. Curd in a curd form or buttermilk or raita, please continue. Amrita has asked, want to conceive, have PCOD for a long time, any tips? There are so many tips I have shared today, Amrita. I hope that will work, but to be very honest, tips never works in these cases. You need to follow an organized, structured dietary program to see a proper weight loss. If your weight is on the higher side, to improve your lifestyle in general, to learn to improve your exercisal pattern so that your hormonal balance improves. And gradually your periods become regular and you should be able to conceive. Someone has asked, any food that should be avoided if PCOD? I have suggested that if you have PCOD, treat your body as if you have diabetes. Food which are avoided in diabetes like sugar, sugary food, deep fried food, please avoid. So, avoid sodas, avoid junk food, avoid processed flour or refined flour from your diet. Your diet has to be healthy, whole greens, wholesome grains, lots of fruits and vegetables you can add, no juices, I am saying whole fruits, remember, and adequate amount of protein in regular basis, and ensure you drink plenty of water. Anjali has asked, I suffer from painful menstrual cramps. Is that due to PCOD? Anjali, possible. I would suggest get a gynae checkup done so that ultrasound can be done and see if a cyst is visible, or if any of your sign and symptoms, I have discussed so many today. If you think any 2 or 3 sign and symptoms are something which is common with you, yes, it could be a case of PCOS, if not PCOD, wherein cyst is not visible, but yes, hormonal imbalance is possible. And it is also possible that without PCOS also your menstrual cramps are painful. Sometimes this happens to females. Don't worry, I have suggested if it is painful cramps, start having B complex capsules or tablets at least 8 to 10 days before your periodic time, and continue till 2 to 3 days after your periods. This will help relieving from your cramps. And keep drinking warm water with a little bit of lime juice in it. That will also help you relieve. Sapna has asked, is it okay to have tea with milk and no sugar 3 times in a day? It's okay, Sapna, as long as it is not creating or triggering any acidity to you, it's fine. Anubha has asked, my period came after 9 months to 1 year, and that too after medication. Anubha, I am not very clear. Is it only because of PCOD or menopause you are you want to indicate here? But whatever it is, if it is because of PCOD or PCOS, ensure that you are balancing your diet properly so that your weight is lying in the correct zone, and try to do regular exercise so that your PCOS condition improves naturally. Komal, I hope I'm been able to answer your question. You have asked irregular and long 10 days period. Is this PCOD? Not necessary. It can be PCOS also. It may not be PCOS. It can be a phase of menopause also, depending on which age bracket you are. It can be a case of fibroids. It can be a case of endometriosis also. So these can be variable thing. Ideally, it is better to get a gynae checkup done so that you don't miss out on any health condition. Has asked, I am having one son, and before this also I had cyst, but it has gone itself. I had proper pregnancy without any complication. From November after this USG report, the doctor has given me Donis 21 tablets or ease days. So yes, what do you want to say, Vandana? You can unmute now yourself. Vandana, you can unmute yourself. Yes, Vandana. Yes, Vandana.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I am asking, before this also, I have sent you a message in which I have written that I am having a cyst, which has been seen in November when I have gone for a ultrasonography, and that is in the left ovary, it is a 5.02, and in the right is 4.23. Will you please check that?
Yeah.
And ma'am, before this, I was having cyst before. Yes, ma'am.
I can see your message. Yes. So this is like the cyst.
So ma'am, just I want to ask you that before this also I was having, but it has gone itself. And
Yes.
later on, there was like during my pregnancy, I was not having any problem. But I didn't feel that I'm having cyst. This was even not like known to me. But now, ma'am, as the doctor is giving me this 21 tablets, and before this last year also I have taken. So now I want to ask you, ma'am, is this possible? It will go itself, or what should I do, ma'am? Kindly reply.
So Vandana, before
Yes,
pregnancy, during pregnancy, it was a smooth pregnancy as what you have described. Before pregnancy, were your weight was within the normal weight zone?
Yes, ma'am. It was in the normal weight zone, like 5.5. More than this, my height is, and my weight never ever has gone ever 62. I had gone, and when I was pregnant, I became the last 70 kg. But after pregnancy, again I become 60, 62, 60. Hardly 62 was the maximum weight.
What is your height, Vandana?
Ma'am, it is more than 5.5.
So try to lose 3-4 kilo weight and try to adapt
Okay.
to exercise. This will naturally help you to
Okay, miss.
dissolve the cyst. Possibly it can go down. Because once
Okay.
the cyst does not mean it will always continue. Sometimes it is also seen that cyst may get dissolved over the period of time if we adapt to healthy lifestyle and correct eating and regular exercise. That helps dissolving cyst too. That's what we are saying, that we can reverse. It is doable, but provided it's a regular lifestyle change, not on a temporary basis.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, miss. Thank you.
You can mute yourself, Vandana, after this.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Anjali Agarwal has asked, I suffer from PCOS. I always have craving for sweet food, any substitute or any healthy munching. Anjali, you need to decide you want to live healthy, you want to be a healthy person in future also. So discipline is the key. Decide that I don't want any sweetened food. If you really crave for sweets, then you can just munch on some few raisins or a dry apricot or a date, but that too in a limited portion, or naturally sweetened fruits like apple, banana, or even mangoes you can have. But try to avoid sugar or sweets which are made of sugar. Healthy munching could be of fruits, vegetable sticks with some healthy dips you can have. You can have bananas, you can have some namkeen churas which are home roasted. You can have various healthy food as your snack, but unnecessary munching you should also avoid, because if you are having PCOS, your biggest tendency usually will be to put on weight fast. So try avoiding that. Aruna has asked, what sort of diet can lead to risk of PCOS? A vegan diet help in PCOS? Aruna, maybe I request everybody to mute, please. Yeah. Aruna, I would say any unhealthy diet which is prone of junk food, processed food, refined flours, fried food, or high sugar food, or sodas, colas in a frequent pattern, these are unhealthy diet. This can lead to unhealthy weight put on, and this can, because of abrupt weight put on, also your hormonal balance can go haywire. So it's a direct or indirect relationship. Try to eat healthy so that if you don't have PCOS, you don't invite PCOS in future. And yes, vegan diet can also help you. Even vegetarian diet helps. Not necessary you have to become a vegan or vegetarian. If you are non-vegetarian, any diet which you are persisting, whether it is vegetarian, non-vegetarian, or vegan, can help you, provided it is balanced and planned properly. And also remember, along with the diet, exercise is key. Please ensure that you work out regularly. Kaveri has asked, I have already problems of prolactin hormones increases and periods did not come back, but after I checked to doctor, she gave me carbogoline and but my periods come from. Okay, yes, Kaveri, you can unmute yourself. So with the pills, you are okay and your menstruation is normal now. As I have suggested everybody, again, same for you. With prolactin, also losing weight becomes challenge, and usually if prolactin is high, weight puts on. Females have tendency to put on additional weight, and that can also trigger to irregular menstruation. And now that you are already on medication, this will help to improve your prolactin, and this will help balancing your menstrual cycle. And also, if you, along with this medicine, if you can adapt to healthy eating and do regular exercise, you will be able to see a healthy weight loss, and you can you easily achieve a healthier weight zone. Try to do that and try to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Sapna has asked, after every meal I feel like having sugar. Is it okay to have fruits and dates? Sapna, fruits, if you want to eat, try not to have immediately after your meal. Try to have after 45 minutes at least. Maintain a gap of at least 45 minutes between your meal and having any dessert in terms of fruits or dates. Yes, you can have it after 45 minutes or 1 hour of eating. Any more question anybody has? They can unmute themselves and ask.
Hi, I have a question.
Yes.
Actually, my problem more is related to stress. I work in IT field, and there is a lot of stress with the project and things going on around. So that makes me like, having sometimes I like find comfort in food, like having tea or having sugar, and that's why I'm not able to keep a balance of, you know. I eat more of sometimes dates, fruits, stuff like that.
Are you suffering with any health issues up now?
PCOD is there. PCOD is there.
So now that you know that your problem is your stress or improper planning of your meal throughout the day. So why don't you plan your snacks beforehand? When you go to work, along with your lunchbox, why don't you carry some handy, healthy snacks? So that when you have some craving, you can eat some healthy stuff instead of any sweet meats, And try to check if you are suffering with any mineral or vitamin deficiency. Sometimes mineral vitamin deficiency can also trigger this sweet craving.
Okay. I'll get that checked.
Yeah. And try to drink more water. That will also help subsiding your sugar craving. Sometimes it is seen.
Okay.
Anyone else? Sapna would like to keep you mute here. Anyone else? If you have any question, you can unmute and ask.
Hi, Meenu. This is Ambika.
Yes, Ambika?
Meenu, I suffer with very intermittent but this one-sided headache you call migraine, right? So this is one of the symptoms of PCOD because I've been having it, ever since I remember.
Usually, migraines are the symptoms of building up of acidity in your body.
Okay.
Yes.
But I never feel any apparent symptom of acidity. I generally am very happy in my tummy most of the times.
Have you ever noticed that any long food gaps which has triggered you any kind of migraine or headaches, or exposure to sunlight for prolonged time has given you migraines or headache?
Yes, sunlight definitely does, and
these are no relation with PCOD. This can be a normal person without PCOD can also face this problem. These are the very common triggers of migraines. So if these are your triggers, you need to avoid that.
But generally, last few it has stopped now. But I remember just before my periods, it became very regular having these migraines just before my period. So I would know that periods
are also common. That is also common with many of the females who are not having any PCOD or PCOS and close to periods, they get this kind of migraine or headaches. So these are very, very common symptoms. Bloating, water retention, these are very common symptoms which also triggers into give rise into headaches.
Okay, so not PCOD may not be the direct cause. Okay, fine. Thank you, Meenu. Thank you.
Drink more water during this time, close to your periods. When you see your migraines are usually the triggers close to your periods. So drink more water, less salty food, especially less box packed or processed food. Please try to avoid these time. And especially the dinner, try to avoid any sort of soya or soya sauce which are high in sodium or any high salty food, so that your bloating or retention of water will be less, which can help you minimizing or avoiding this migraine triggers.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Anyone else? Any question? Okay, there is one more.
1 minute, ma'am. This is Vandana again.
Yeah, Vandana.
Ma'am, I just want to ask you the same thing, that as that doctor has prescribed me the medicine of 21 tablets, that is actually for not conceiving, though I am not trying to conceive, or still I am happy with one only. But ma'am, I just want to ask you that she told me that after taking 3 months, if there is no any menstruation problem or something, then that there will be okay. So it is 6 months past. She told me to come after 6 months with her USG report. Because of lockdown, I didn't just go for it. So ma'am, I just want to ask you this, that these 21 tablets as I am taking, so if there is any harm?
If you are not trying to conceive a baby, then it's okay. These are basically contraceptive pills.
Okay.
So then there is no harm. But as I said, try not to make your lifestyle choices.
No, ma'am. Actually, I'll just go after this 1 month. After 1 month, I'll just go for the USG, and then with the report, I'll go to her. I just want to ask you this, that previously it was in me, and it has gone itself. Now again, I am having this. So, ma'am, there is a possibility that my body is creating it itself, and undoubtedly it will reduce itself?
See, it is possible that you may again regain and you may again overcome this. But as I said, regaining again certain factors you need to consider. Did you
Yes,
put
ma'am.
on some weight? Did you become less active than what you were earlier when you were not having any issues? These are certain
Okay.
things you need to be very, very closely checking your diet, your food pattern, your weight, and your exercise level. And of course, your stress you need to manage. These three things
Okay, ma'am.
help you to manage your PCOS or PCOD condition in a sustainable manner.
Okay, miss.
See
Thank
that
you. Thanks a lot. Huh.
exercise, not exercising regularly, that can also again trigger your hormonal imbalance. If you don't eat a healthy diet on a regular basis, that can also trigger your hormonal imbalance. So try not to lose out on any. If you are a lucky person, you have seen good results, that it has subsided by automatically. So why you invite those complications? Okay.
Yes, miss. Yes,
Try
miss.
to
Okay.
adapt to healthy habits so that you don't see future complications.
Okay, ma'am. One thing more. What kind of exercise, like yoga, and what other exercises I can do? If you can just suggest for me,
Pilates,
for
Pilates
everyone.
is good. You can do Pilates. You can do some resistance bearing exercises with your body weight or additional weight. Start doing some bit, which will help you. Plus, cardiovascular exercise is very important. You can do running, jogging, cycling, swimming, wherein your heart is pumping fast, your blood circulation becomes fast, so that your heart is
Okay,
actually
miss.
working more.
Okay, miss. Thank you. Thank you.
Adri has asked, uh, what is the definition of one serving of egg is? I have been told that 3 eggs are one serving, but I am not sure. Every dietitian has given me a different serving recommendation. I have PCOS and hypothyroidism. So what is the recommended amount? I tend to eat low protein. See, why do you tend to eat low protein? I really don't know. Wherein your health condition demands you to eat good and adequate amount of protein. So it depends. See, egg is not as a serving size we define. It has to be protein. If I am considering egg as a protein source, then my protein has to be balanced throughout the day's diet. You need to check how many eggs you can have. The number depends only on how the dietitian or how your protein of the day is spread. You can have 1 egg. You can also have 1 to 3 eggs, depending on what kind of exercise level you are on to, what are the other sources of protein you are having in a daily basis. It needs to be balanced properly. Then only it can be said, eat this many eggs or that many eggs. Generally, a ballpark number of 2 or 3 is very unfair to be given. So if you have confusion, you can discuss separately. We can discuss on one-on-one so that I can understand your dietary pattern. And then based on that, I can suggest you what is the serving size of eggs you should be having, provided other sources of protein are this much. I hope, Adri, I am able to answer your question. Any more questions? Yeah, there is one more. Sapna has again asked, is jaggery a good substitute for sugar? For PCOS, both are not good. See, any sugar, whether it is jaggery, honey, or sugar, all are sugar. We don't need it. We don't need it. These are all sugar. Only natural sugar, which is given in our fruits and vegetable, is allowed. So have fruits and have vegetables in plenty. Don't try to have additional source of sugar. Remember, sugar is a craving. Have you ever noticed? It is even a worse addiction than having caffeine addiction. It is easy to leave coffee or tea, but it is even more harder to lose sugar. So try to get rid of it. Sugar is just addiction. Don't let it overempower you. This is not good. Try removing it from your daily diet. Gradually, I'm sure if you are disciplined and you determine, then it is doable. Someone, Dash Khair, right? Dash Khair, she has asked, can you grow back hair from PCOS hair loss? Okay, if your hormonal condition, if your hormonal balance improves, yes, it is seen that you may regrow, you may get your hair back. But for that, it has to be a sustainable tenure of improved hormonal balance. Hairs can be regrown for females, those which are lost because of the PCOS hormonal imbalance. But that needs a lot of effort and continuous effort so that your hormone balance is improved. Any more question? I would request all of you, if possible, can you just turn on your videos so that I can get a picture? Would love to see all of you. Can you all turn on your videos?
Hi.
Thank you so much for turning on your videos.
Hi, ma'am.
Good to see you.
Uh,
And don't forget, next week, Saturday, 3 p.m. Singapore time, 12:30 p.m. India time, is our next talk in our health series, talk number 6 on diabetes management. So don't forget to register. Link will be shared soon on my Facebook page and also on our Health Talk series WhatsApp group. See you all. Thank you so much. Thank you all for joining in today. Stay safe.
Thanks, Meenu.